Now, it's been more than 3 years since the U.S. investigated the cause of COVID-19. The FBI has now claimed that they had found evidence suggesting that the virus was caused by a lab leak, but were not allowed to brief the president about it. President Joe Biden had ordered an investigation in May 2021 by U.S. intelligence agencies and national laboratories. The probe was to identify whether the virus had been transferred from an animal to a human or had escaped from a Chinese laboratory. Now, one of the most popular theories at the time was that it had been transferred from a bat at a wet market in Wuhan, where the virus first emerged in 2019. The National Intelligence Council, along with 4 intelligence agencies, had concluded with low confidence that COVID-19 had been transmitted from an animal to a human. Now, this was then presented to Biden and his top aides in August 2021. Jason Banan, a former senior scientist at the FBI, has now said in an interview to the Wall Street Journal that despite being the only national intelligence agency to conclude that a lab leak was likely, the FBI were snubbed from the briefing with Biden. The FBI had not only concluded a lab leak was likely, but that it had moderate confidence in its assessment more than any other agency. Banan has said that the FBI had expected to make this case to the White House and found it surprising that no officials from the agency were invited to do so. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence has responded saying that the differing views among the intelligence community had been fairly represented and that it wasn't standard practice to invite representatives from individual agencies to briefings for the president. The scientist has since retired but is calling for the evidence backing a lab leak theory to be reassessed. More than 3 years on since the review was published, the debate about the origins of the COVID still continues in U.S. agencies and departments.